Hey everyone, my name is Ryan Chapman, and I am the creator of 9010 Nutrition, and I'm here with Lisa Madsen, who not only got great results with 9010 Nutrition in her first group, but she is also now a coach of 9010 Nutrition groups. And if you're watching this video right now, that's because someone has probably invited you to come to a 9010 Nutrition group and you want to get some more info on it, or maybe you're on our website and found this video and want some more information on 9010 Nutrition. So we're going to try to do that for you today and get you an idea of what 9010 Nutrition is. I created 9010 Nutrition back in 2012 because I found that people that I was working with for both weight loss and for athletic performance were using things like calorie restriction and still eating bad foods to try to lose weight, and it just wasn't working well. So I found that eating more whole foods was a much better way to not only lose weight, but be able to perform better and just be fuller and not have that kind of restriction or deprivation feeling that a lot of diets give you. Lisa, why don't you tell us about your experience with 9010 to start with?
So at the point when I found out about 9010, I had already lost about 70 pounds, and I had seen some ads that Ryan had placed on Facebook about the 9010 challenge groups that he was running, and so I had asked him about that and asked to join one of his challenge groups. And when I started, one of the first things that I noticed is that I was able to continue to train for a marathon and for triathlons, and I was able to eat and still lose weight and not be hungry. And I had an additional 30 pounds to lose. And during the 60-day challenges that I went through, I was able to reach my weight goal and continue to eat and nourish my body and train for events, and I was never hungry. I never felt deprived.
Yeah, so I remember that, Lisa, when you came in, and it was like, a year, I think it was, that you had lost the 70 pounds, and then training for the marathons, couldn't lose that additional 30 pounds, running 40 miles a week.
Correct.
And with the 9010, able to lose that additional 30 pounds and still train for a marathon, still be able to feel full and perform better in the runs, which is just amazing. So that's what 9010 can do, and it's just about eating whole foods. So we want to go into what 9010 really is and all the elements, so you understand what it means to be in a 9010 group and what the requirements are and what it's about. The first thing we really want to talk about is what kind of foods are out there that are being marketed as healthy that really aren't healthy, and how does 9010 change that? So these are some of the foods that are out there in your grocery store right now. A lot of the names of these foods and the marketing that is done on these foods makes us believe that they're actually healthy for us. A lot of the names have the word health in them. In fact, some of these things that I picked up out of the supermarket were under a sign that said healthy entrees. And if you really look at some of these foods and what's in these foods, they're not really health items. They are things that the calories have been reduced, or they've been marketed as healthy, when in fact they're not even close to being whole foods, things that our body can actually digest. And that's what 9010 really does. It shows us what real food can do for us instead of some of this processed and fake food. So let's take a look at one of the ingredients lists on these foods so I can show you what I'm talking about the processed things and the things that aren't healthy that are in these foods that are called healthy. In addition to having sugar in it, it also has corn syrup and brown sugar syrup. So it's got at least, and then there's also polydextrose. So there's at least 3, maybe 4 sources of sweetener and sugar in this one item that's marketed as something that you should start your day with.
9010's helped me learn to look at food differently and realize what's actually in my food, which is really good. And then results-wise, I just lost 40 pounds. I'm still going, but it's something that you can easily just keep going even once you do hit your goals.
Okay, so let's get into the 3 steps of the 9010 challenge. And the first one is about our tiers. We have green, yellow, and red tiers.
So it's called the 9010 challenge because 90% of the food that you eat is going to come from the green tier, which is the most wholesome of the foods, the healthiest foods. And So 90% of your calories that you eat are going to come from the green tier.
Right, and 10% is going to come from the yellow tier, and then the red tier is kind of off limits for the 60-day challenge. Now that's food that you may eat once in a while after the challenge, but we have it off limits for a reason during the challenge. So the tiers give you a way of choosing food that is basically foolproof. You can have the tiers with you, you can take the tiers to the grocery store, and you're able to measure each and every one of your food choices based on the ingredients list in a particular food product, or based on where you find it on the tiers, basically.
So step 2 is that everyone in our challenge group uses Shakeology.
Right, so Shakeology is a product from Beachbody that is a nutritionally dense shake that you can take each day, which gives you all of the nutrients that you need for the day. So the way I like to describe it is, nobody really tracks things like, say, potassium intake or manganese intake or, all the different nutrients that you need for your body. Nobody's really tracking that stuff. You might track carbohydrates and fat grams and protein grams, but a lot of people don't track that other stuff. And so there's a lot of what I call nutritional gaps in your diet that you don't know about. And Shakeology fills in those nutritional gaps. And the other thing that it does is that you have a lot of your convenience foods taken away from you during something like a 90-10 challenge. When you're going from eating frozen dinners and fast food to going to eating whole foods, there's a lot less convenience foods. So Shakeology is something that's green tier that we can trust, that gives you that convenience back. So you get convenience, you get whole food nutrition, something that you can trust, and that's why we have it as part of the 90-10 Nutrition Challenge.
What I like best about Shakeology probably is its convenience. I will make it in the morning to take with me to work to have for lunch. I just put it in the freezer, and then when I'm ready to have lunch, it's ready, and then it's filling for the rest of the day. And then also I'll have it for dinner at night, and it's nice because I can have it before an intense hour-long cardio workout, and it doesn't make me feel gross, it doesn't make me feel bloated, it just gives me the right amount of energy that I need.
The last step in 90-10 Nutrition Challenges is that you're going to be placed into a Facebook group with a whole bunch of other people who are doing these 90-10 Nutrition Challenges with you, starting on the same day and ending on the same day for that 8-week challenge.
The groups are awesome because you have a huge group of people as a resource and as an accountability partner for you, that if you mess up and you tell them, they're gonna forgive you, but at the same time they're there to give you recipes, to give you encouragement, to do everything you need and be that support system that you may not have at home, to be there for you throughout your entire journey.
So the challenge groups are a secret group, so not all of your Facebook friends can see what you're posting all the time. Just the people in the group can see that. The benefit about the Facebook groups is that everybody's going through the challenge at the same time. Everybody's on a journey. Everybody's having the same type of struggles, because there are struggles with this. You're changing your thought process, you're changing the way that you eat and the way you look at food. And so you have a group of people that are going through this with you and on Facebook. And so people post recipes that they've tried, people post struggles that they've had, successes that they've had, weight loss that they've achieved, endurance that they've achieved, all these things they post. So it's encouraging and it's informative and it's fun because we have a lot of fun conversations in there as well.
Right, and you also have the coaching from experienced coaches like Lisa and myself, who will be in the group with you, motivating, answering questions,
Absolutely.
making sure that everybody understands what they're doing. We're posting success steps to make sure that the week before you start, that you're getting everything in line so you do this challenge in the right way and that you get the most results that you possibly can out of the challenge.
Correct.
Yeah, so if you're watching this on 9010nutrition.com, you should see a register button, I think both above and below this video. You can push the register button, it's going to take you to a registration form. And there's going to be a coach drop-down box there that's going to have a whole bunch of coaches in it. So if there's one of those coaches that sent you this video, either through YouTube or on through 9010nutrition.com, go ahead and pick that coach out of that drop-down box, fill out the form and hit submit, and that coach is going to get that email, and they're going to get you all set up in our next challenge group. If you didn't get referred here, if you just found us on the internet, just pick no referring coach, and someone will still get in contact with you and get you in our next challenge group, which should be starting in the next couple weeks, because we start challenge groups just about every 2 weeks for 90-10 Nutrition. So we hope to see you in one of our next challenge groups in the next couple of weeks here. Thanks for watching.